Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. I'm Martin, and you are listening to Dad's Anytime Stories. And today, we are once again continuing with our Wizardcraft series, Wizardcraft 2.0 to be specific. And today, we're into Chapter 12, which is brought to us by Leo in Australia, who wanted to bring dinosaurs into the series. And without Leo, the entire series may have remained dinosaurless. So, thanks, Leo. If you like the podcast, don't forget to rate it and review it wherever it is you're listening. That always goes a long way. And if you want ad-free episodes of this podcast, as well as Dad's Bedtime Stories, which has like 600 to 700 episodes, just specifically for bedtime, well, you can join us on Patreon. But now, it's time to get on with the story. Chapter 12, The Dino Riders. Oliver woke to the same words as usual. Wake up? He selected yes, and the world slid into focus. He pulled breakfast from his inventory, fruit, bread, cooked meat, and felt strength ripple through his limbs. A familiar voice unfurled above him. "Congratulations," Martin said. "You have reached level 9. Health, mana, and stamina increased. You have earned 1 skill point." The menu bloomed in front of him, constellations of icons drifting into place until one pulsed brighter than the rest. Adept Conjurer. Conjured creatures gain access to increased power and durability. As someone who loves making golems, Oliver said, I can't turn that down. He purchased it. A cool, stony current threaded his hands, as if tiny fault lines were mapping themselves across his bones. He stepped outside into a village that had grown with him, streets humming, walls higher, the cadence of work steady and proud. He headed for the farms. 13 dragons waited there now. Diamondback, Owen's wind dragon, Swift, Griffin's water dragon, Flo, and 10 new dragons belonging to the tournament's winners. Polished plates of diamond-studded armor gleamed on racks beside them, Darren's latest masterpieces. Owen and Griffin floated down to land in front of him. One by one, the new dragon riders gathered. Armor fitted, saddles checked, nerves bright. "All right, everyone," Oliver called. "Congratulations on earning your dragons. Today, we train. Riding drills, breath attacks, and teamwork." Aside from Owen and Griffin, the riders snapped to with a crisp salute. Oliver's presence seemed to have that effect. "Step 1, he said. "Owen and Griffin will teach you as many offensive spells as you can handle." They moved down the line, palms to temples, memory poured like water, wind, fire, water, earth, maybe a dash of nature here and there, and, of course, the knowledge to create golems. The soldiers swayed as the download settled, then tested their edges. Bolts of lightning, jets of rock, hungry tongues of flame, brief lifts of wind that set boots an inch off the dirt. "Mount up," Oliver ordered. He swung onto Diamondback. The dragon rumbled, powerful and assured, then bounded forward. Wings spread, air surged. One after another, the others leapt, caught the sky, and climbed. They began with practicing flight, of course. Circles tightening and widening. Sudden drops toward the ground, pull-ups at the last minute. A narrow cannon run that asked for precise banking left and right. A few wobbled at first, but by the fifth pass, they were flying like pros. Combat came next. Wind dragons blasted torrents that carved funnels in the clouds and spun the air into tight, playful cyclones. Water dragons lashed out with pressurized streams that flash froze on command. Rock dragons peppered the air with stone and punched pillars of earth up from the ground. Fire dragons burned, their breath turned sand to glass, and heat shimmered in waves from their scales, even after they paused. They leveled into formation just below the clouds, the land looking like a painted map beneath, until Oliver saw smoke that wasn't theirs. He dipped his hand. The formation followed. The village below was burning. An arrow snapped past his cheek. He tracked where it came from and found a very strange sight. Men and women mounted on dinosaurs. Some were on pterodactyls, while others rode raptors or triceratops. The pterodactyl riders took to the sky. "We told you to get out of here," one rider shouted, shooting another arrow. Diamondback rolled. The shot skated past. He answered with a short blast of fire, not to hit, but to force space. The pterodactyl riders split, then wheeled back for another pass. "We said we'd never join you," another called. "If you're back to hurt our village, we won't let you." They thought he was someone else. "We're not with the Wizard King," Oliver called back. "If that's who you're thinking. He attacked us too." The lead rider hovered on beating wings, studying Oliver's armor, his people, his dragons. "Where are your black and red uniforms?" "We don't wear those," Oliver said. "We wear this, and we stole these dragons from him." After a moment, the man's posture eased. "Then we should talk. Follow me." They spiraled down into the scorched square. Up close, the village showed its wounds. Shattered walls, toppled stalls, homes blackened and hollow. Dinosaurs moved under shouted orders, pterodactyls on perches, raptors shifting restlessly, long necks hauling water barrels, T-Rexes standing guard, eyes keen and unblinking. "This is the dinosaur village," the rider said, dismounting and stroking his pterodactyl's muzzle. "The Wizard King's people came days ago. Join or suffer. We fought and won, but at a cost. Now we're gathering materials to rebuild, but progress is slow." "The same threat came to us," Oliver said, sliding down from Diamondback. "We had a strong wall and a lot of golems, so we held our own. Maybe we can help." He turned to his riders. "Everyone down." Boots hit dirt. Oliver reached into the ground with his will, and the stone answered. Rocks torpedoed up, hung in the air, then knit themselves into a broad-shouldered golem. Its eyes opened like coals catching. "What are your orders?" it asked. "Hang on," Oliver said, glancing along his line. "You've all learned the rock golem spell. Time to use it. One each." Hands cut patterns, power rippled, the earth bulged and broke, boulders rose and rotated, settling into shapes. Golems stepped forward, one by one. Oliver couldn't help noticing it. His conjuration loomed taller and broader than the others, veins of quartz glinting in its shoulders, plates aligned like engineered armor. It must have been the result of the adept conjurer skill he'd purchased. Neat, he thought. Golems, he said. This village needs stone, timber, iron, anything useful. Take these tools. He spilled axes and pickaxes from his inventory. The golems each reached for one with surprising care. Deliver everything here. Understood, the golems rumbled and thundered away. Trees falling cleanly, stone quarrying itself into blocks, ore extracted with patient strikes. Show me what needs rebuilding, Oliver told the rider. They walked the streets. Bakeries and food stalls, homes and barns, sections of the outer wall. Oliver studied each ruin, imagined the whole as it had been, let the plan settle, and then willed the material from the pile the golems were collecting. Blocks floated into place, walls true, windows squared, roofs shingled. Owen, Griffin, and the riders joined in, conjuring what they could, slotting pieces, bracing beams. With golems feeding the supplies, and practiced hands snapping them into place, the village started to rise. Doors swung on fresh hinges. The walls stitched itself together along the seam of the town. You can borrow our golems a while, Oliver said when the worst was patched. They'll speed the rest. In exchange for? The rider asked, half a smile forming. Friendship, Oliver said. If you're attacked, call us. We'll come. And when it's time to take down the Wizard King, we'll need your dinosaurs beside our dragons. That's a deal, the man said, and gripped Oliver's hand hard. They mounted their dragons again. Dinosaurs trumpeted below as the dragons climbed. From high up, the land looked beautiful. T-Rexes walking through brush, herds of triceratops, long necks, and raptors. Above the trees, pterosaurs skimmed the air. Even the lakes flashed with huge shadows, shaped too massive to be normal fish. The wildlife here was amazing. Wind in their faces, they turned home. They landed in the farm meadows at dusk. Armor was recalled back to inventories. Dragons wandered off to be fed with satisfied snorts. Good work today, Oliver told the riders. We'll meet again tomorrow. Maybe we'll find more allies. Oliver crossed the square to his own door, stepped inside, and fell into bed. The prompt appeared as if it had been waiting there all along. Sleep now? He selected yes.